For this past month, I've been slowly moving through Morocco. After grounding myself barefoot next to the ocean and finding my new home with a Berber family at the edge of the Sahara Desert, I was ready for an experience worthy of historic adventure novels. This one is set in a 500-year-old Kasbah, nestled between mountains in the lush Draa Valley. I deeply admire traditional architecture rooted in regional characteristics and charm, especially that which is built using natural materials and keeps evolving in a way that honors local heritage and craft. I'm deeply moved by design ideas and the way different cultures communicate through use of objects, materials, colors, and patterns. For me personally, architecture and interior design speak very loudly and profoundly about the land I'm visiting. I can learn a lot about the environment and its people just by looking at what kind of habitations they have built for themselves. That's why I don't often visit museums and I don't really go to galleries, even though I have a deep appreciation and admiration for both. After all, I do come from an art school. But for me, the real museum is walking the streets, and a typical family home can be a more moving experience than seeing Mona Lisa or Monet. So, how I ended up in Kasbah des Caids? Well, actually this place is a museum, a real living one. And it's also one of the best preserved Kasbahs, real old authentic ones in this area. It has been my dream to stay in a Kasbah like this. Places like this have a special kind of energy. Hundreds of years of stories whispered through these hallways and thousands of sunsets this Kasbah has seen. It's almost like these mud walls could talk. So let's listen. Wow. Shukran. Good morning. Welcome to the Draa Valley. I can't believe I woke up here. I'm always so appreciative of places like this where you can spend the night. Yeah, it's I think one of my fantasies come to life. I really wanted to stay someplace like this, but I didn't know if it's even possible, if it exists. So when I asked my host in Mohammed if he knows of a real, authentic, old Kasbah where I can stay, so not just a hotel resort that calls themselves a Kasbah, but a real Kasbah. And he said, yeah, my friend Hassan has one. And I'm like, of course. So he gave him a call, and here I am, and I can't believe that I just spent the night in such a historic place. I mean, just the energy here is so nice. Like, nice is not the right word, it's just magical. So I'm super excited to go explore all the corridors and rooms and everything. Let's see what we discover. I'm just lost for words of just how amazing this place is, with all the labyrinth little streets, and just everything is made from mud. And it's 500 years old and it's still standing. And that's because some people put a lot of effort into preserving and restoring this place. And I'm just so appreciative of the fact that I can be walking this, because I'm imagining, like, 500 years ago, who were the people walking these streets and what were they doing? Like, what was their daily life like? It just feels, really special. And yes, people still live here today. Not in the whole Kasbah, because a lot of it is not in a very good state, but in the part where I am right now, it looks like it's inhabited and very well preserved. Oh my god, I would love to live in a place like this. Hey kitty. I just think environments like this are so much more natural for us, and our well-being, as modest or humble or primitive as it looks. This is all that humans actually need. A little bit of mud and you can build a shelter, and they have water and there's electricity, so I think they have everything they need here. Also, it's just super fun to walk around this like maze, because every corner you turn you just don't know where you're gonna end up. This looks cool. A little bit more torn down, a lot of trash, but I don't know, I just find this like very poetic beauty in things that are falling apart. Call me crazy. Okay, I think this house is open, so I'm gonna go and peek inside. Wow, I was not expecting this. It's beautiful, and this is just a random abandoned house. Wow. I could walk and explore here for hours. It's just so incredible, the things that you can discover when you're a little bit curious and a little bit courageous to walk around. Like I said, I very rarely go to museum, because for me places like this is the museum. Just so much history and so many details that tell like stories of how life must have been. think it's also quite fascinating to see how this place is built, like all the layers, the stone, the rock that it is built on, and then the stones that go from like big to smaller ones, and then up into the sky. You know, humans built this. I think that's why this is so fascinating to me, because nowadays I don't know if you've noticed, but the architecture, the modern architecture is very boring, doesn't have much character, a lot of it. No soul, no character, no nothing. It's just steel and lots of glass windows usually. And this is just a complete opposite of what we are building today, and it's just so much better for everything. I mean, you look at things like this and you just feel some sort of like comfort and peace, and it just feels nice. I want to show you my room. So there is 10 rooms in the Kasbah. Each I think is a little bit different, and I could choose between 2 rooms. So I chose this one because it's up in the terrace and it's also slightly bigger than the other one. So let's go inside. All right, so it's pretty traditional. There is one single bed here and a little nightstand. Mind you, it's a bit of a mess. I am living here. There's a little chair to put things, another stand over here, lots of comfortable carpets, and then this is the bedroom. Very cozy, very nice. Everything is down on the floor. Yeah, here you really do feel like you are sleeping in a fort, which is nice. And then we go to the bathroom. There's another room here, and this bathroom is shared with the room. And this is me. I really love the details, especially the sink, the design, the pattern, not sure how you call that, and the tiles. Shower over there, toilet over here, yeah, everything you need. But I think the best thing is that just around the corner from the room, you go up the stairs. Up we go, mind the head, everything is very low here, and then you come up to this incredible view. And it's super peaceful, really nice. this place kind of forces you to pause and take in every detail of the surroundings. Most people come and go, but I really wanted to take the time to fully experience it. My travel style used to be intense as well, packed with cities, sites, and must-do activities. It was like ticking off a to-do list, a lot of locations to see, a bunch of things to do, but very little time to actually feel the place, to get to know the people and learn about the culture. I had a sense of serious travel FOMO. I healed since then, and now I don't feel the need to visit everything recommended by travel magazines and seen on Instagram. My priorities have changed, and I also don't need to rush through the itinerary to feel like I traveled. I can stop, I can sit in stillness for long enough to see the sun move through the landscape. I can feel the place in different times of the day, experience it through different interactions and moods. If I stay long enough, I can experience very rare occasions, such as a rainstorm in the desert. But even the ones that are everyday occurrences can paint the place in a very different light. Like literally moving through a place in different times of the day, observing how the shadows travel through the town and the buildings, listening to all the varieties of calls to prayer, and how the wind makes that sound travel in random intervals. And birds have different calls too. Seeing backdrops, once very clearly, other times the mountain views get blurred by the sand in the air. The desert doesn't feel the same in that once-a-year rainfall than it does in the blazing sun. Not to mention all the beauty that change in season can bring. I think that's why it's becoming harder and harder for me to leave a place. I become so familiar with it that it quickly feels like home. For a nomad, that quality is actually a good one to have. By grounding myself with chores, routines, and stillness, I can get comfortable and settle in a new location like I've been there in my past life. I find my spots, nooks, and little corners where I feel safe. I drop my shoulders and take in a deep breath. I don't have to go anywhere or do anything. I can just be there. I can exist there with no pressure, no obligations, and no restraints. It's the kind of freedom I never experienced when I traveled for validation. Now my reasons aren't collecting likes or how many countries I visited. It's to even more deeply connect with the world and, more importantly, with myself. At the end, we all know it's not about the destination, but about what impressions, skills, and lessons the journey leaves on us. Are we somehow richer, better, wiser because of this experience? That's how I see travel now, as an accelerator for growth and understanding. A tool that helps me see things in a new perspective and makes me come back to my humanity, time and time again.